The Bitcoin halving is in 84 days, depending on when you look at which website, 84, 85, somewhere in the 90s. It all varies. Anyways, what that means is we're getting pretty close, less than 3 months. We are there. It's just around the corner, less than 12 weeks. That's awesome. So at that point, you are getting a lot of excitement right before that's happening. So why is Bitcoin going down? We got what we wanted. We got our Bitcoin ETFs, not just one. We got multiple. We got many. And Bitcoin went from $47,000 to 42 to 40 to now $39,784. And maybe that's because buy the news. No, that's not how it goes. It goes sell the news, buy the rumor. Buy the rumor, sell the news. There we go. Buy the hype. Yep. So anyways, it's an anticipation. It's where the money comes in. It's what could happen. Hey, this is probably, you just pull a Pelosi. You buy a bunch of NVIDIA in December, and in January, there's a lot of news that comes out. Hey, NVIDIA partnership, whatever. Boom, she makes a bunch of money. Well, that's actually insider trading, but that's pretty similar. So you always have some source of news. You have a rumor. Buy the rumor. And maybe if everything goes well, if you're able to get 2x, 3x, 10x, maybe even more in cryptocurrency, you sell the news, because once the news comes out, you already made your money. It confirmed everything. Fantastic. Everything's going down now because everybody else is trying to sell and take their profits. And then you go to the next best thing. So right now, Bitcoin ETFs are huge. We are very excited that they've finally been approved. This has been 6 years in the making, even more actually. And with that, you have institutional investors that are now ready to invest. So to give you an idea of how important this is, if you go to a bank and you have a lot of individuals who work at a bank, whether it's investment banking or retail banking, they have to abide by FINRA. They have to abide by a strict set of regulations. Sorry, my tooth is infected right now, so trying to talk is a little difficult. And with that, you're going to have a lot of individuals who before were not able to invest in crypto. Even if they wanted to, they were not allowed to by their work, whether they worked for the government or whether they worked for a bank or whatever company has a specific strict set of policies against crypto, against unregulated purchases. Well, now you have institutional investors that can actually freely purchase not crypto, but something that is very, very close to crypto. It's not going to be a exact one-to-one ratio. Hey, this Bitcoin has gone to $45,000 and this Bitcoin ETF is going to be 45. No, it's probably going to be 46 or maybe 44. It's going to be close. It's going to be following the patterns of Bitcoin. And then there's going to be different fees associated with which company you go with. Are you going to go with BlackRock? Are you going to go with a different, IBTC? $20 billion in assets that are under management, and of that, $4.4 billion was pulled since January 11th, since the announcements were made, because people made their money, and now they have a lot of decisions. They have 11 ETFs they can choose from. So just like with 401k plans, there's different 401k plans, there's different healthcare companies, there's different percentages, there's different amounts that will be paid out. Each investor has to take a look at what's going to make sense for them. And this is still a risky bet for them. But now we can talk with accredited investors, people who have over $1 million in net worth, not including their house, or they have made over $200,000 over the past 3 years, or $300,000 if they're married. So now these investors are able, these Wall Street guys, the people who are, playing around with commodities and options and stocks. What's that? Crypto doesn't know. It's the bankers. It's the bankers who have the money. It's the really rich people who are finally able to invest in it. And even though we've been waiting for this for the longest time, the biggest rumor was, okay, it's always around the corner. There was hype. And once it happened, well, we cashed out. Everybody made their profits, right? But the long-term game is we have more bricks. We're building a house. We have more bricks for the base. Everything's a little bit more solidified. This is happening. Once the Bitcoin halving occurs, and we already have these 11 Bitcoin ETFs that are approved, and maybe more ETFs in the future. I'm certain there's going to be more. there's going to be more investors. There's going to be more people who are interested in crypto. The long-term plan is it's going to be a lot stabler to invest in. And yes, there's not going to be the days of 50,000% unless you're going into DeFi and these crazier assets. But this is a good thing because we want Bitcoin to hit $100,000. In order for Bitcoin to hit $100,000, we need a lot more institutional investors. We need a lot more people playing around with it. And over time, the reputation of Bitcoin is going away from the Wild West days into, okay, this is something that I could invest in. Maybe not, bet the entire house on it, but maybe 1, 2, 3% of my income alongside the 401k, alongside stocks, right? This is what the traditional investor is thinking of. You're talking to a lot more people that have cryptocurrency now. Now, the other thing to look at is $4.4 billion was offset by the $5.3 billion that went into 9 separate Bitcoin spot ETFs since January 11th. So it is growing. And in terms of what the long-term scale is, first off, you have this crazy where it's an election year. You've got the economy that's in tatters. People are afraid of what's going on. There's recession fears. But what's going to happen next year when you're going to have maybe past recession, or the recession doesn't happen and the economy recovers and you have people in a better place and they get better jobs and they're finally able to invest? There's a lot of people who want to invest, such as myself, who cannot invest because we don't have a single dollar, because we're struggling so much, we're so badly in the negatives, that one day we will get to a point where we're able to invest. And at that point, you're going to have a lot more money flowing through. The other thing is, well, someone already pre-owned the crypto, right? Someone is pulling the strings. Someone who is maybe not an insider, but could be an insider, could be a whale, could be a big investor who already was a millionaire or billionaire in crypto before the ETFs, before the halving. And all it takes is for one whale or two whales and boom, rumors, and the price could fluctuate. This is normal. You have to remember that Bitcoin a year ago was, $17,000. We were at a crazy spot where Bitcoin was going all across. And then, just a little over a year ago, year and a half, 2 years ago, was at $69,500. It was at the top, the peak it's ever been at, right? At 17, 18, it hit 20,000 and then it crashed back down. I mean, this is a really good spot where even at 39,000, let's say $40,000, this is a lot higher than we were last year. So this is completely normal. There's a lot of volatility in cryptocurrency. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. I don't know if it's the best time to invest right now, but it is a pretty phenomenal place to be compared to where we were in 2017. A lot less scams in terms of the percentage compared to how many projects there are. There's more scams than there were in 2017 because the number of people in crypto has grown, but the percentage has gone down in terms of there's more legitimate projects. There's still a lot of money grabs. There's still a lot of developers who know there's a way to get rich very quickly. There's some crazy traders out there that are able to, gamble their entire savings away, and for some it works out that they turn into millionaires. It still is the Wild West in certain parts of crypto, but thankfully, the top cryptocurrencies, it's a lot more stabler than it ever has been. So with that, guys, I wish you all the best, and thanks for watching. So my root canal tooth is infected now, and there's a abscess tooth. There's like pus right next to it. Great. It was excruciating pain yesterday. Never could afford to get the crown, so and it also did crack a little bit of the real tooth off to the side a couple months ago, and that was when a little bit of the pain started, and we got that filled, and it is what it is. A year and a half ago I had my root canal. Well, this tooth's probably going to get ripped out now. I am driving to the pharmacy to pick up my medication and antibiotics, and this kind of sucks because you always have to move work around, or you have to lose hours, and already it's not the best, but that's okay. Positive thoughts, positive energy, guys. This is the year's still young. Obviously, we haven't even finished the first month yet, but this tooth pain is just the most craziest pain ever. It makes you go nuts. Like, it's so excruciating because it's like right there in your face. It's nerve pain. You can't bite down. I mean, it's this very deep pain. And now my jaw's like on fire, but I just can't wait to pick up the medication. We're waiting on Walgreens now, and just I want to take it and get the swelling down and I can't even brush my teeth properly on this side this morning. Like this morning is way worse in terms of the jaw swelling. Yesterday was woo. The tooth was. I just wanted that thing gone, and I'm gonna be excited once it's gone. Now then it's not gonna be that exciting because then you have the bill that's gonna come afterwards, and also you probably have to look at implants or bridges or whatever. But yeah. For right now, you just got to do whatever you're able to do because the pain's so bad. You just, By the way, look at how insane this fog is. Today's a super foggy day. So, yeah. Anyways, just wanted to throw that in there. If anybody's interested about my personal life, there's always some exciting adventures, right? Yeah, you just want to... Yeah, so... anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good one and take care. And if anybody's been through some root canal problems, write down in the comments below. We can start a little community, feel better together. Everything's gonna be all right. Take care.